Welcome back. Let's start with the bar chart. So, what is bar chart? A bar chart is a pictorial representation in which numerical values of the variable are represented by length or height of lines or rectangular of equal width. So, for example, you can see this. The length is the same. The width is the same for all of them. If you see this, they're all same, but the length is different. The height is different. The way we will understand is on the basis of the height. The higher the height is, the higher the number is. So for example, in this, we are doing the count for the children. So children, for example, wearing yellow dresses are 8.3, whereas children who are wearing green dresses are 4.5. In bar chart, the data is shown through rectangular bars having the length of the bar proportional to the values of the variable. Like I said, the values define the height of the bar. Now let's understand the difference between, first we will do the histogram and then we will do the difference between the histogram and the bar chart. How to identify them? A histogram is an approximate representation of the distribution of numerical data. The term was first introduced by Carl Pearson. To construct a histogram, the first step is to bin or bucket the range of values. That is, divided the entire range of values into series of intervals. And then count how many values fall into each interval. The bins are usually specified as consecutive, non-overlapping interval of the variable. The bin intervals may be adjacent and are often but not required to be equal size. So this is the example for histogram. If you see bars chart, you have the gap. You can see the gap over here. In histogram, you won't have the gap. Histogram will be like this. You have different types of histograms as well. One, bimodal distribution, unitary distribution, negative skewed, positive skewed. Positive skewed is left side. So for example, you have the tail on this side. Negative skewed, you have the tail on this side. When we talk about bimodal distribution, you have one height and then another height and it will go down. Unitary are in the same range basically. It goes like this. Now let's see the difference between histogram and bar chart. You can get this as a MCQ as well. For example, you've been given two charts and you need to identify which one is bar chart and which one is histogram. The first and best way to understand the difference in bin and bar chart and bins, you will have the gaps. Like over here, we have discussed this. You have gaps. In histogram, you will have no gaps. The bar chart will have the categories, like, different categories. For example, New York, Boston, city's name, or red, yellow, pink. Whereas in histogram, you have numeric range. So if you see 0, 20, 40, so this is numeric range. In histogram, you have frequency count. Whereas in bar chart, you have numeric values. This is the difference between bar chart and histogram.